not going to Namm? Seriously, who cares? I mean, who is still holding their breath that Gibson is going to release anything that anyone actually wants? And I love how all these YouTubers are just outraged. Gibson's not going to be at Namm. Oh no. Yeah, like now thousands of people don't have to walk by the Gibson booth pretending that they actually want to buy a $3,000 PRS copy. I mean, oh no. What are we going to do? Oh, but it's such an iconic brand. I mean, if they don't go to Namm, like, what does that mean? Maybe they're going to go out of business. Maybe they're going to go into debt. I mean, what's going to happen to Guitar Center? Oh, Guitar Center. Yeah, let's talk about Guitar Center for a minute. I got a coupon from Guitar Center the other day. It said 99% off all items in the store, excludes all items in the store. Gibson is absolutely an iconic brand, and good thing they are, because any other company that ran the way Gibson does, that puts out the quality of products that Gibson does, would have been out of business a long time ago. Let me give you the history of Gibson in a quick second here. In the late 50s, Gibson made some guitars. They didn't make a lot of them because no one really liked those guitars. Later in the 60s, people started liking those guitars. Now that people actually wanted their guitars, they decided they were going to make them completely different, and not at all what people had wanted. Fast forward to the last couple decades, and Gibson still isn't making guitars the way people want them. Oh, and by the way, they've decided that quality control should go down while price should go up. Seriously, QC, you're out of here. They even fired a guy named Casey because it was just too confusing. I mean, seriously though, if a company that didn't have such an iconic brand and brand history as Gibson actually put out the garbage that they put out, that is on store shelves of Guitar Centers all around the country, we would trash them online. We would say, don't buy them. They're terrible. Like, seriously, they are bad guitars. Okay, cue everyone in the comments telling me, I own a Gibson and it's really great. This Gibson is beautiful and I love this thing. And wow. Okay, you can't judge a guitar company because they can make one guitar great. You need to judge a guitar company that's going to make thousands of guitars a year on how well they make thousands of guitars a year. I hear this line all the time. Gibson and Fender both have quality control problems. No, not even close. Gibson's quality control problems are so pronounced. They are so blatant. And it's so obvious. They do not care about the products they are putting out. Go to a local Guitar Center if you don't believe me. Out of 10 guitars, tell me how many of those Gibsons you would actually buy. Just randomly take 10 off the wall. I guarantee you will not find more than 3 or 4 that you would actually want to commit money towards. They make crappy guitars. Okay, yes, of course, their $3,000 models are nice. Their $2,000 models are nice. But their $2,000 models don't compare to a lot of the $2,000 guitars I have behind me on the wall here. If you don't like that opinion, I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Gibson doesn't care about you. They don't care about the product you play because they don't value you. They don't value their heritage. They don't value their name. And so who cares if they're at CES? Who cares? In fact, maybe the best thing that could happen is all this debt catches up with Gibson and they actually just go out of business. And then maybe somebody who cares about the legacy, who cares about guitar players and guitar manufacturing, they could come along and they could buy the Gibson name for pennies on the dollar, and they could go back to making sweet instruments the way that we used to make them in the late 50s, or as close as we can. Or maybe they come out with some new models that people actually wanted to play. I mean, could you just imagine if quality control went up and prices went down? Have a heart attack. I've been HW, I'm on a rant, whatever. Full disclosure, this isn't a Gibson, I would never play one. This was made by my buddy Dan, and it is sweet.